So I got this question: Hi Raj, do AWS SAs manage their own calendars and decide their availability for customers? I'm interested to understand the level of flexibility that SA has from a work-life balance point of view. So I thought I'll answer this question because that might be a very popular question in your mind. So I've been working in AWS for around 4 years now, and this is the best place I worked personally, and I have worked in IT industry for 20 years. So this is how the breakdown goes. 60% of your time goes to working with customers. So you do meetings with customer, proof of concepts, demos, deep dives, all the meetings. The remaining 40% of your time you spend on upskilling your knowledge. So new things come up all the time. So you study up, you read up on what's coming up, you do hands-on, as well as you do scaling activities that you like. For example, you want to write a blog, you want to present in reInvent or whatever, right? So you do that. And you have the full flexibility of managing your own calendar. So let's say personally on Fridays, I block my calendar for 2 hours in the afternoon to study all the recent announcements and blog that came out. And people respect it. 80 to 90% of the customer meetings, you can work with them to schedule it. You'll get like a meeting request a week or two before so that you have time to preparation. It's not like you're just thrown in one day's notice. It doesn't happen because we want to ensure that the customers get the best. And to give the best to the customers, you obviously need to prepare, especially I'm a specialist. And also for a general SA, you need to go study a little bit, prepare. If there is a demo, you need time to prepare it. But of course, 5 to 10% of cases, there could be escalations like in any company, right? There could be like, oh, this customer needs to talk to a specialist right now, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. But in my experience of the last 4 years, it happens very, very less. Because everyone in AWS is customer obsessed, and we want to have a high bar. We just don't want to go in front of the customer and just say the stuff which is like common knowledge. We want to give something extra. And again, for that, just like preparation for exam, you need to study, take notes, and prepare demos and all that stuff. And I mentioned that Amazon is the best place that I have worked in my 20 years. The reason is this: there is minimum red tape. There is almost zero politics. So if you think your idea is good, you go ahead and do it and show it. You don't need to wait for approvals to execute something. So we believe in two-way doors. This is a very, very popular concept, and I follow this personally. So two-way door means if you take a decision and you can revert back the decision, that's a two-way door. So you should not paralyze those things. For example, you want to try out AWS Lambda, or you want to try out Fargate. Okay, what is the problem? You go ahead, try a proof of concept. If it works out, great. If not, you don't use it. So in Amazon, the culture is like that. If I want to try something, I want to pitch an idea, I have the full flexibility and freedom to do it. So I love that part. Secondly, I have like access to this internal AWS account, which is like a kid in a candy store. I want to try out a service. Let's say I was doing some AI ML stuff. I just spun up a SageMaker instance. I want to try out this new AppSync app runner service. Okay, I go do it. I want to try out a disaster recovery multi-region with my Kubernetes cluster. I literally just spun up a Kubernetes cluster and did it. Now, being said that, it helps if you're passionate about helping customers and working in the technology. You will be surrounded by passionate people, like who really wants to help customer, who wants to work on the cutting edge. So you might be overwhelmed. So that is one of my favorite thing to work in Amazon, because I work with smartest people in the area. So I work with the Elastic Kubernetes service team. So I'm surrounded by folks who are best on EKS and Kubernetes in general. I get to learn from them and I love it. I feel like I am back in my college classroom. So if you enjoy these things, you will love it here, you will thrive, and you will have freedom to choose your calendar and time slots. So with that note, we have a lot of roles open. I'm going to give some of the open roles in my team in the description. You can send me your resume if you want to get referred by me, or you can apply directly, whichever. But if you are someone who wants to work for Amazon, please don't let this kind of perception that, man, work-life balance will be ruined, stop you from doing so. All right, folks, hopefully that was useful. I will see you guys and girls in the next video. Bye.